How's it going, Mets, Cubs, or whoever you're a fan of? It's your boy Wardy, and we're back at it with a quick game recap as the New York Metropolitans, for the first time post-trade deadline, have finally won a series as they take Game 3 against the Chicago Cubs and take ultimately 2 games out of 3 against said Cubs, a very hot Cubs team that has been playing some really fantastic baseball, that they are trying to have themselves a playoff push this year as the Mets take Game 3 and the series, this time by a final score of 4-3. Some shakiness that we saw there in the 9th inning, but thankfully the Cubs were not able to tie the game, rally, or even come all the way back. Ottavino was able to at least lessen the blow and get the job done. Again, the Mets win by a final score of 4-3. We're back at it with quick game recap because I really want to highlight a couple of things from this game. One, Mets pitching, David Pearson didn't go past 3.2 innings, didn't have a crazy good start or anything like that. He's just eating innings for the Mets right now. But a guy that I want to give a lot of props to has really done well this season when called upon. This is a man that started last season in single A, played in every minor league, and now this year was called up a little bit as a later call-up, has had, some bumps and bruises here and there, but overall has been a solid innings eater, that being Grant Hartwig, who went over 2 scoreless innings for the Mets tonight out of relief. The entire bullpen, for the most part, did a solid job and got the job done. And offensively, Pete Alonso rakes once again. He hits his 35th home run of the season tonight. He's currently on pace for 50 home runs, 124 RBIs for the season. Not too shabby for the all-star slugger that is Alonso. He has now hit 4 home runs in this series alone against the Chicago Cubs, and he just has an knack for doing really, really well against Chicago. Even when they're in Chicago, we've seen some of the most towering blasts ever from Alonso when he's been at Wrigley Field, but this time at Citi Field, he did not disappoint whatsoever. Barreled baseballs left and right, which is what you love to see, and his good buddy, that being Jeff McNeil, more like Jeff McBombs, McNeil hit himself a solo shot today, his 5th home run of the season, finally lifting the ball a little bit there, ripping one, and no doubter to increase the Mets lead, to give them the lead after it was a tie 2-2 ball game. Rose got in there with some offensive production, a minor leaguer who's just up with the Mets right now. Overall, the Mets lab did what they needed to do tonight to get the victory and ultimately just, again, have a decently good game. Nothing crazy. You didn't love it, didn't hate it. This is a Mets team that there's very few things to be excited about at this point in the season, with them not making playoffs this year, even though that they're still only, when it comes to how far back they are in the standings, it's the same as it was pre-trade deadline because of how much teams are free-falling right now. There are some teams that are thriving out of the NL post-trade deadline. The Phillies are one of them. Michael Lorenzen, in his first home start as a Philly after being dealt from Detroit, had himself a no-hitter tonight. That breaks my heart as a Mets fan, but for Phillies fans or for Philly, congratulations. I know that's an awesome moment for you guys because I know we have some great and loyal Philly fan followers on the channel. But in all seriousness, going back to this game tonight, what did I like so much? I just like that the Mets were finally able to get a series win post-trade deadline against a very solid team in the Chicago Cubs. They cannot be underestimated on how really they've outperformed initial expectations heading into the season, with guys like Mike Tauchman doing really, really well, having a bounce-back year, really being a revelation for them in over 200 at-bats. Cody Bellinger looking absolutely phenomenal, looking like the MVP of all that we saw during his time with the LA Dodgers, signs a 1-year, $10 million deal, whatever it was, with the Chicago Cubs, and he's likely going to opt for free agency at the end of the season unless he really likes Wrigley, because, man, oh man, that guy's going to be getting deservedly so a nice payday. Seiya Suzuki, who hit a bomb today, too. They got plenty of pieces there in Chicago, and they're a fun, young team, a vibrant team as well, but it was nice to see a Mets team finally get themselves a little bit on a roll here. Again, just trying to build some character, build some confidence, because, there's still a decent amount of games left this season, and they need to make the most of it, and hopefully that this is a step in the right direction for them and doing exactly that. Now, of course, Brett Beatty was recently sent down to AAA. I want to see how he does down there, getting his psyche back, because mentally just has not been locked in. He's struggled. He's overthought every single plate appearance for the past couple months now. Ronnie Mauricio, when is he going to be getting called up? If anytime soon, I'm not sure, as he's starting to get reps at third base, shortstop, and second base. Had reps in left field earlier this year, but looks like they're going to focus on the infield for now. Just a lot of things I'm really focused on the minor league side of things for the Mets right now. The guys are currently up with the club, and of course, just how they're going to perform and show their character for the remainder of the 2023 season before, of course, we head into the offseason and ultimately 2024 with a Mets team that hopefully will be more consistent, more entertaining, more exciting than what we have seen in what has truly been an abysmal 2023 season. So Mets fans, I want to know your thoughts and comments below. What is your biggest takeaway from this Mets series win, taking 2 out of 3 against the Chicago Cubs, winning by a final score of 4-3 tonight? What did you like? What did you not like? And how are you feeling about the club for the remainder of the year. And also, guys, please make sure again to check out the WardyNYM Discord, clicking the link in the description of the video. We have 300 to 400 already current members of our Discord. That way you can chat with me and other amazing Mets fans all year round, so you don't need to be stuck just in the YouTube comment section. You can talk with me and other great, amazing Mets fans about all things Mets all year round, whenever you want, by joining the WardyNYM Discord. We're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff with that too, so make sure you join. Again, shout out to everyone that has been watching this. Thank you guys for the endless support. And also, throw out some Mets topics that you would like me to discuss for the remainder of the year heading into the offseason. We're going to be really fluctuating between post-game content and individual video content now that the Mets don't have expectations, now that unfortunately the games really don't matter too much besides just being a diehard fan and watching it because you still want to watch your Mets. So whatever your thoughts are on the topics front, if there's any specific players you want me to get into, any certain breakdowns, anything like that, please make sure to let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much again for the endless support, and I'll talk to you again real soon. Let's go Mets, baby. Peace out.